Boom. What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at one from these guys are out in Lincoln, Nebraska. They're called White Elm Brewing Company. To me, in my head at least, they're known for being fantastic brewers of really awesome desserty, like Imperial Stouts. I've had a few of them in the past where when it comes to them making stouts that have that kind of decadent desserty flavor, they're on the top of my list for making some of the best. So I'm really excited to drink one from these guys today. And today we're going to be taking a look at their Chantilly Cake Imperial Stout. Which, look at that. The can art's just always so clean. I know it's kind of whitewashed on here just because it's kind of like a white label. But very, very nice. And it's just very classy looking as well. This one comes out at a 12% ABV. So wouldn't say it's in that kind of sessionable range of things, but yeah, I'm excited for today because White Elm has kind of put themselves on the map further the desserty Imperial Stouts when it comes to like making all kinds of different varieties of stuff. I know they make IPAs and all that kind of stuff, different lagers, pilsners, you name it. But what really makes them stand out to me is how well they brew their Imperial Stouts. So I'm really excited for this one. So let's crack this guy open and see what we got on the nose. I'm really curious. So I kind of looked up what a Chantilly cake is before I even thought about reviewing this. Well, after it was in my fridge. So a Chantilly cake is like a white cake, but they use like, I see different recipes where they use like mascarpone cheese. They add berries, kind of add a little bit of like a nuttiness in there with like hazelnuts, macadamia nuts, you name it. But these guys did something a little bit different when it came to their kind of style of a Chantilly cake, where they added like coconut and all kind of stuff. So I'm expecting this to be really nice, decadent, creamy. Holy wow. Jeez, that's desserty. That has a very nice sweetness on the front. Definitely like kind of like a chocolatiness almost. Definitely getting like a coconut, hazelnut kind of note coming through it there as well. Yeah, this smells like you just walked into a bakery and it smells absolutely delicious. So, without further ado, let's pour this guy and see what this guy looks like. So, drink it out of my untapped tulip glass this afternoon. Let's see how this guy pours. Oh yeah, thick as can be. Definitely going to have like a nice syrupy mouthfeel with this one, I feel. But just look at that. Barrel-any head. Dark as my heart. Dark as my soul, whatever you want to say. But yeah, it looks absolutely delicious. Has a slight kind of light brownish head on it. But overall, that just looks absolutely delicious. I don't really care what time of year it is when it comes to summer, anything like that. But I can drink stouts year round, especially when it's a nice kind of desserty stout. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. So let's try this guy out. So without further ado, cheers everybody. Whoa. Right off the bat, get that kind of like coconut, chocolatey kind of hit in the face. Getting like a slight maybe like coffee espresso kind of flavor in there as well, which is actually really nice. Holy creamy though. Holy creamy Batman. This one has such a like a creamy, kind of smooth, silky mouthfeel to it. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Flavors in this one are like so explosive. White Elm knocked it out of the park again with being able to just nail any kind of desserty like stout they've ever made, in my opinion. They're just I have no words. This is definitely gives it. I know there's marshmallow in this one just because the mouthfeel kind of gives it away right away with that kind of like thick, heavy, syrupy, just like also slightly pillowy and soft at the same time. There's really no like effervescence going in there. Not really any carbonated mouthfeel as well. Just really syrupy, really sweet and decadent. Like I'm liking that kind of slight espresso like coffee note that hits at the end, but at first you get like hits of coconut, kind of vanilla, like a little bit of like a hazelnut, macadamia kind of nuttiness in there as well, mixing with like that kind of chocolatey flavor that they put in there as well. So yeah, it's so well balanced. So it's not too sweet to where it's kind of just like you're drinking frosting, so that's a good thing as well. Yeah, but they absolutely nailed it with this one. Holy crap, is this one good. So let's see what the description they say this one is. So to create this Chantilly Cake Imperial Stout. They first crafted this rich stout with flavors of chocolate and espresso. Then they added cacao nibs to amp up the fudge factor, a ribbon of creamy smooth vanilla, and a sprinkle of tropical coconut, and topped off with a decadent macadamia nuts. So, yeah, right off the bat, getting all those flavors of what they describe already. And then finally, they put some marshmallows in the brew to kind of create that thick kind of mouthfeel as well, which every kind of description they put in this one when it comes to describing it, I absolutely got right off the bat with drinking this one. And so they absolutely nailed this one. Absolutely delicious. Really, really impressed with this one. If you can get your hands on some stouts from White Elm, just do it. Or if you're in Lincoln, Nebraska, and you have the opportunity to go over to their breweries and try some of their stouts, do yourself a favor. It's awesome. They always experiment with different kind of cakes and different kind of chocolatey kind of recipes and stuff. So you're always going to get a really nice, decadent, just absolutely fantastic experience. So looking on their website right now, looking at their online store, seeing if you're in the area and want to do stuff for pickup, they have some stouts over there that you might be interested in. Let's see. They also have all their their IPAs and all that stuff. But if you're looking for a nice stout from them, they have a vanilla whole latte stout available for curbside pickup. They also have their salted caramel crowler, which is probably their salted caramel Imperial Stout over there as well. So they have a couple stouts available right now. Unfortunately, this one I don't think is in rotation right now, but it'll most likely be coming back. So you just kind of keep an eye out when this one drops. I would assume probably it would be around winter, something in the nice holiday season. This one would be a nice kind of drop for that around that time. But right now you have some nice looking IPAs, some lagers, some Belgian Strong Gold Ales. So you have a good variety over there if you want to pick up some other stuff from them. They have a Galaxy Hop Double IPA called Inverted Galaxy that looks pretty awesome. But yeah, a bunch of variety. And if you want to go over to their tap house right now, they have a bunch of stuff on tap right now. I think the only one that I saw that's on tap over there when it comes to stouts was their salted caramel and then the chocolate hazelnut oatmeal stout, which, yeah, pretty good varieties over there right now. So if you can get your hands on some of that stuff by going over there and drinking some of it on tap, yeah, I highly recommend doing so. But let's see what Untapped has to say about this one, just so we can figure out what other people think about this. So, like I said before, it's 12% ABV, and with over 747 different ratings, this one has an average rating of 4.12 out of 5 on Untapped, which is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good if I say so myself. So let's see what people have to say about this one. So, somebody actually gave it a 3 out of 5, really. Huh. Let's see. Somebody gave it a 4 out of 5, saying hashtag backlog, which it looks like they purchased this at the Casual Pint, which is in Omaha, Nebraska, in Countryside Village. I have no idea where that is, but apparently it's like a beer store over there. But let's see. This guy purchased it over at the Craft Beer Quick Stop, which is in Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, so you might be able to get some White Elm over and around Phoenix. So Duchess, if you're watching, possibly head over to your two little spots. You might be able to find some White Elm over there, maybe. If they're getting distributed out in that area, you might be able to get your hands on it. So let's see. Somebody gave us a 3.75 out of 5. Somebody gave this a 4 out of 5 with purchase off Tavor, which is how I got mine. Saying it's a smooth stout, thick and fudge filled, a little too much coconut for me, is only my knock on this one. So for this guy, he only thought there was too much coconut, where I would agree, if you're not a coconut fan, this probably wouldn't be the one for you, just because there's a good amount of that roasted coconut flavor in there. But how well it balances with that kind of fudgy, chocolatey kind of espresso flavor that pops in, absolutely fantastic. And I like that kind of nutty macadamia nut flavor in there to kind of balance it out as well. So yeah, overall they did an absolutely fantastic job with this one. Absolutely nailed it. I feel like there's a sneeze coming. Blah. Don't sneeze, don't sneeze. But let's see. Let's start going down the list of what we're going to rate this one to figure out. So, like I said before, you can get some of the Imperial Stouts over there at White Elm Brewing if you want, if you're in the area, or you might be able to find some of their stuff. when they found it in Phoenix, Duchess, and they found it at a place called Craft Beer Quick Stop. So most likely, if it's going to a craft beer store over there, Duchess, then you might be able. It's probably being distributed out in that area, so you might be able to find some of their stuff in that area as well. I don't know if you're exactly in the Phoenix area. I thought you were like in the suburbs of Phoenix, but if it's getting distributed, like your two places that you go to for beer might be able to get their hands on this or just anything from White Elm in general. But I highly recommend anything from them when it comes to their stouts because they've never proved me wrong ever. So overall, pretty good ratings on Untappd with this one. Some of them have been a little bit lower, but the ones that have been enjoying it gave it pretty high ratings. I know I'm probably going to give it 1 just because I'm really enjoying the flavors I'm getting out of this. But let's see what we're going to start doing for our ratings on this one. But first, let's pour the rest of it into the glass. Not much left, but let's empty it out. So, can art. Yeah, White Elm always has really clean can art when it comes to their stuff. They don't really go out of their way with doing really crazy amounts of artwork on there, which I can appreciate because their can art speaks really classy to me. So it's like the White Elm Brewing Company logo is really classy. They always have that kind of tree on the bottom of their cans, and then they kind of give you the beer it's going to be. So this is a Chantilly cake Imperial Stout, and then on the side they kind of give you their ABV size and all that stuff. So I really like the color tones they used with this label as well when it comes to like the white and that kind of like tannish kind of stripes going through there. Oh shush, Chelsea, get out of here. I'm enjoying this one. This is a sipper. It's a 12%. I'm not going to be chugging this one. But overall, can art is really nice, very classy. So I'd probably give that an easy 4 out of 5. Really like how they put the marshmallow macadamia nut with like the vanilla in there as well. It's a nice, clean, and like classy touch they added to it. So overall, yeah, solid 4 out of 5 when it comes to can art for this one for sure. That would definitely be something that would catch my attention in a liquor store or a bottle shop for sure. So, let's think. If I got this in a flight at White Elm Brewing Company, would I get another one? Abso-freaking-lutely. I want to go over there when they have like a bunch of their like desserty stouts on tap or something available, and just have one flight that's just all their different desserty stouts. I think that would be an absolute killer experience. So yeah, I absolutely love this one. Definitely would get another glass of this if I got in a flight. I'd probably try to find a 4-pack to bring home just because it's that good. I don't know if you can cellar this one. You might be able to. But, yeah, absolutely delicious. So, what's my rating on this one going to be? Let's see. The flavors in there are explosive. I really love the creamy mouthfeel that has to do with the marshmallows being in there. I really love the sweet kind of flavors. It's definitely more of a sweeter stout. For some people, it may be too sweet, but I think like that kind of espresso kind of back note, that coffee flavor, kind of takes away from it being too sweet. So that's really nice, and that kind of nutty finish in there as well just balances out really well. It's definitely on the sweeter side of things, but it's not too sweet. So that's a really good thing in my opinion. So I think with this, I'm going to give this one a solid like 8.75, almost a 9. I really, really enjoy this one. If you can get your hands on any of the dessert stouts from White Elm Brewing Company, I highly recommend doing it. They make absolutely great stouts, and they just give you a great overall experience when drinking their stuff just because how accurate they are on some of the profiles that they describe with their beers. So, really, really big props to White Elm for coming out with this one. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out, see if I can get more of it in the future, because this would definitely be one that I can see just having a few around the house just in case if I had a little bit of a sweet tooth. Because instead of going for a snack and kind of eating a snack, I can just grab a beer and just crave my sweet tooth that way. Well, other than that, that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. So thank everybody in chat for hanging out. You guys are awesome. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Also, if you want to see more of a social media aspect of all us beer drinkers hanging out in chat, like Duchess, Kentucky, make sure to get yourself over to Untappd. It's a fun experience to go over there. You can check in beers, get badges. You get deals every once in a while for different beer services, like beer kind of subscription boxes, you name it. Or you can get different discount codes for when Untapped has any like sales for their glassware. If you're looking to get some glassware, Untapped has their own store to where you can get like a 5 set of glassware from Untapped, which I've purchased before, and all their glasses are awesome. Big fan of all their stuff. But other than that, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You say the Doppelbock is too sweet, but like syrupy sweet, like a maple syrupy sweet, or just like a kind of just like sugary sweet. I'm trying to figure out what about it's too sweet for you, because like when I think of a Doppelbock, there's more of like a malty sweetness in it. So I don't know, maybe if it's like a sugary sweet or maybe too malty. I don't know how that would be for you. So I'm really curious to see what you say when you check that in, Kentucky. But other than that, I think that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. So again, thank you everybody for hanging out. You guys are amazing. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Also, if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. I do craft beer reviews every single day, so you have enough content to keep you busy throughout the week. But other than that, yeah, I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I know Father's Day was yesterday, and I know a lot of people had pretty busy weekends. I went out golfing on Saturday over at a golf course near me with the pops. Did some 18 holes, and it was fun. Still a little tired from it just because I think I'm out of shape, but that's okay. But oh well. And then yesterday I spent time with the family and went over to my cousin's house, had smoked some pork butt, all that kind of stuff, had some beers. It was a fun time. But I'm gonna get the hell out of here, guys. So thank you everybody again for hanging out. You guys are amazing. And I'm gonna say it like I always say it before we get out of here. If you're gonna drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And I will see you all tomorrow. Cheers, everybody.